is to create a device to help alleviate the pain and discomfort to the astronauts' feet aboard the ISS, or the International Space Station. So we use the engineering design process to help us make this solution. So we basically first identified the problem, and then we brainstormed solutions, and this was one of our solutions. Then we selected a design that we liked the most. We built a model or prototype, like the one that we have here. We tested and evaluated it. We optimized the design to see what were the best characteristics and features, and then we are here sharing the solution with you right now.
So why Artemis? Artemis was the Greek goddess of the moon, women, and the hunt. She, in the 20th century, NASA sent Apollo to the Apollo missions to the moon. So now in the 21st century, it's only fitting that we return with his twin sister, Artemis.
All right, so the Artemis guard, why you should use this design for your astronauts all over the world. It's cost efficient. It costs less than $20, which is less than a meal you can have here on Earth. It's lightweight. It only weighs around 70 grams or 0.15 pounds, which is like a small fruit, like a lemon or a small apple. It's breathable, so the temperature in their foot won't go up or down. It's washable. As long as you take out the gel pad, it'll be fine. You can wash it. It's comfortable. It's durable. It won't wear down very easily. It should last for a year, as long as you take care of it. It's durable. It's adjustable, so it adjusts to any foot size. It's hygienic, as long as you're wearing socks, because you don't want to have a stinky guard out there in space. And it's versatile for all of the terrain and stuff in the International Space Station. The tip of the A and this logo points beyond the moon to show that we are not only trying to go to the moon, we're trying to go to Mars and beyond. The red trajectory or swoop that you see in the middle of the A, it goes left to right to show the opposite of Apollo, which is Artemis. And the blue earth right above the word Artemis symbolizes Artemis' bow, which she shoots from. And the A also symbolizes an arrowhead from Artemis' quiver, where she stores arrows.
So the Artemis mission will use technology that's never been used before. They are going to be using the most powerful rocket in the world. And the Orion will be bringing 4 humans to the Gateway in lunar orbit. And the supplies for the Artemis mission will be supplied regularly. The Gateway will be an outpost to help the exploration with the moon. So what is the problem? The problem is that astronauts hook their feet onto handrails in order to perform their basic activities. The top of the foot isn't designed for this amount of pressure, so pain and discomfort can be occurred. After 2 months in space, the astronauts' feet begin to experience pain. Astronauts mainly wear socks currently, which doesn't do much to help alleviate the pain. And the top of their feet becomes rough and calloused, while the bottoms of their feet become soft and weak, almost like baby skin. So the weight of your body transfers to right behind the toe knuckle, which can cause a lot of pain. And when you don't use the bottom of the foot, it leaves pink, raw flesh. It leaves alligator-like skin on the top, and rashes and discoloration are side effects of what happens to a foot in space. Some other side effects are muscle atrophy and skeletal deterioration. So muscle atrophy is a loss of skeletal muscle in space. So here I have 4 images. Each of the images has a picture of the human foot. In the first image, we have a view from the outside, and it shows you the location of the damage. In the second one, we have the blood vessels, and in the third one, we have the muscles, And in the fourth one, we have the bones. This shows that pain occurs in every different region of the foot, not only in one. So obviously, there's a lot of pain occurring. So some of the common problems we are seeing are hairline fractures, like this one right here, and stress fractures as well. Hairline fractures are very small cracks in the bone, and stress fractures are very small cracks, but they don't even have to be cracks. They can be severe bruising along the bone caused by constant pressure and stress. Rough skin can also occur from the lack of moisture on the International Space Station because the humidity on the International Space Station is part of the controlled environment. So compared to Houston or here where astronauts live, it's very low, which causes irritation and dry skin. And also, on the International Space Station, astronauts' feet don't have a lot of contact with other materials such as the ground or shoes. All they have is clothes like socks. So this makes the skin become very weak. For example, my sister goes on the monkey bars in the playground all the time, so her hands have become very calloused. If my mother tried to go on, she'd get blistered immediately. This is a photograph of an astronaut in space, and if you look at the bottoms and sides of the photograph, you'll see bars running along, which is where they hook their feet. How they currently deal with it. There is not an official way that NASA is dealing with this problem at the moment. An astronaut, Scott Kelly, wore women's socks to protect the front of his toes and that area of his foot. He also said that it allows his ankle to breathe. The Spireflex system is a way that NASA is working to avoid musculoskeletal degradation caused by the zero gravity, and it works significantly, but the foot is still becoming very rough, painful, and weak. Can we do something better?
There we go. Okay, so for our model, instead of we don't have the exact materials, of course, for the model. So we switched out the silicone strip for the hot glue on it, and then the Georgette, we have the blue fabric. For the cooling / the gel pad, we have the bubble wrap, which is on the inside. And then for the batiste, we have the white fabric, and of course the Velcro is the same as what the real one would be. And then instead of elastic, we have some tan fabric. So for each of the cost of material. So the silicone strap is about $4.35 for 15 strips. The Georgette is 36 cents. And then the cooling / gel pad is $9.78, and the batiste is 39 cents, with the elastic strap being $2.11. For the Velcro, it's 54 cents for 2 strips, with the total cost being $17.53 for 1 guard, and $35.06 for a pair. And the cheapest one up there, which is the Georgette. Georgette is basically, it's almost as cheap as just having 2 gumballs. It's just that efficient. Okay, so here we have the diagram of it. And of course you have all the measurements, which several of them are 6 by 19 inches for most of them, with the mass of the prototype being 66.7 grams, and about the mass of the final product would be about 70 grams. So for the benefits of the Georgette, it's sheer, it's really light, it's easy to be stretched, and it's very strong absorbent for it, and it's dull with a really rough texture, and of course, it's durable and strong, which is needed in space. Okay, so for the Batiste, it's very airy, which is good being in space. And then it's also lightweight, sheer, it's breathable, and of course comfortable, which is necessary. And then opaque, as well as very soft.
The benefits of a gel pad impact on the foot, so there's less pressure being pushed against the top of your foot. It's easy to take it in and out of the guard. You don't have to do any hard unstitching and restitching to get it out. And it keeps pressure off the foot. And to wash it, you just have to take it out and then you gotta wash it. The benefits of silicone strips, Velcro, and elastic are the silicone strips give a good grip. The Velcro and elastic tightly keep the wrap in place and can be loosened if your foot's bigger than the size it gives. The purpose of each material for silicone is to grip whatever you're going to hook your foot on and protect the foot more. For Georgette, it's lightweight, stretch, and very stretchable. For the gel pad, it is to give you protection and remove pressure. For Batiste, it's breathable, comfortable, and for elastic and Velcro, it secures the guard in place to tighten and loosen depending on the size of your foot.
Okay, so how do we actually put this guard on? So my friend is gonna show it as hand as a foot. So you would slip your foot into the thing until your toes are all the way to the bottom. Then you would take the elastic and wrap it around and just Velcro it to secure it in place there. So just to the size of your ankle or shin. Again, it's comprised of Batiste, gel pad, Georgette, and Velcro elastic. So again, why the Artemis guard? It's cost efficient, only $35 for a pair. That I go out for family and a dinner and it's less than that. Lightweight, again, only 70 grams. A pair is about the same weight as socks. Breathable material, that way astronauts their feet don't get hot and sweaty, and washable. If their feet do get hot and sweaty, there's a way to wash it and make sure it's not sinking space. Comfortable, give it comfort. Durable, it won't wear out after hooking on for a year in space. It's adjustable, can fit to any foot size, hygienic, and versatile. So here's our bibliography, all of the sites that helped us figure out the best product for the Artemis guard and to find all the pictures for our presentation. So thank you for listening. Are there any questions?
Did you go back to your references? Go back one more, please. All right, so good, congratulations. So, I'm happy to see that most of what we talked about before you started, you had in your presentation about the orbiting gateway. I think you're the first one to have shown that, so I was excited to see that you already knew why it was Artemis versus Apollo and all of that. Great stuff, I enjoyed that. I had a question about, you talked in the presentation about the bottom of the foot and the top of the foot. So the bottom of the foot is going to be helped, does not be pink and soft by, how does that help that part?
The pocket on the bottom of the foot, right here, will provide support, but also pressure, because we made this for an adult foot. So against our hands, it looks large, but against an adult foot, it actually has a good amount of pressure against it, but it's not overly tight.
And also, oh, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
And also, like when you slip your foot in, the pocket, it covers most of the bottom of the foot. So it covers most of that front part by your toes and a little bit to the middle. So yeah.
So, you guys talked about weight, and, why is the weight important in space, given its, microgravity?
We don't want it to cost a lot for NASA to get it to space. So it's good it has to be light in order to cost the least to get it to space.
Also, the thicker the material, the heavier it'll be, but also the hotter it will make the foot.
Yes, because one thing that we're very conscious of, NASA, is weight, launch weight, we call it launch weights, because, as you probably know, for every pound, it costs thousands and thousands of dollars, for us, and it's more about how much fuel do we have to use, because we use a whole lot of fuel for every pound. So we have already stripped down the rockets and paint and everything, just to get it lighter, so the astronauts can take fun stuff up, like things from home. So that's good, that's good.
I thought it was a great presentation. You guys covered all, every time I had a question, you answered. I'm like, seriously? You're good. Yeah, so, great job.
Thank you.
I have one more question about the engineering, the phase, what you call it, the life cycle phase. In the beginning, you showed the chart, and you talked about brainstorming, right? And so I was looking for some decisions that you might have made on why this versus that. And can you talk a little bit about your brainstorming?
So we did originally have a wrap, but after a while it seemed we were putting it around our own foot and it kept on falling off. And so we came up with this design that used the same materials, which you did find was the best, but in a different form to make sure it doesn't fall off the astronaut's feet.
Also, and we also wanted to make sure that it didn't cover up too much, so it covered up a decent amount, so it didn't make them too warm. Also, one of the things we thought of for the silicone or hot glue is oven mitts, because when you have oven mitts, you have to be able to hold on to a pan or something. So silicone is on oven mitts, so we knew that it has a good grip, and so that's why we decided to put that along the top.
Did you guys talk to anybody or send emails to like the astronaut or anything like that?
We did. We sent emails to Scott Kelly.
Oh, you did? Oh, I missed
Yeah, it
that,
wasn't
I'm
there. I
sorry.
saw that. I was
I
like,
missed
oh,
that.
nice.
So go ahead, tell me more.
So we emailed him if he could give us any information, because we found a lot of links and articles written about him and his time in space
Yes.
and what happened to his foot. So we emailed him, we tried to get hold of him, but he did send us some useful
He
links.
sent you a response?
Well, he emailed.
Oh,
His-
okay, so go ahead, say, what he said?
He sent us some links that we used to help find some information.
He also gave us some good recommendations for books that would, about his space, that would be helpful.
Show me where you had that in the presentation, I missed it.
We didn't use the books.
I mean, you said you.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yep.
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna ask it.
Oh,
I
it's
had a page about his, we had a
So-
picture
Yeah,
with him, like,
Black, I think.
yeah, then I saw his name up there too.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, Scott Kelly wears women's socks, and I laughed.
Oh, that was another question. Now, when you say the women's socks, why women's socks?
they don't go like all the way, and they also really cover up where it's needed to be covered.
It had actually been a mistake. He had grabbed women's socks instead of men's socks, and he found that they worked, and so he used those.
Since it had to stretch more, that made it breathable, and it wrapped around his foot, and it had space for it to breathe, so his foot wasn't as hot inside of it.
So are you saying that they were nylons? When you say SAC, why do you say they breathe more than say men's SAC?
Because since they were smaller, they left his ankle exposed, so it allowed more.
And that was, where we got the idea of leaving a little bit of room here
Oh.
instead of covering the entire foot.
That's why I like doing this stuff. It makes me smart. I learn so much. Every time I go to one of these things, I learn all this stuff. Where would I learn all of this at, right?
That's all the hard work from.
Yeah. Give your coaches and your parents let them know how to do it. You guys have fun while you're here. You still got to do the simulator, right?
And the landing.
The landing, hey, that was fun. Have you ever done this? Your first year, right? Wait till you get in there. Man, I had so much fun. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow. That is great stuff. So you guys, I really look forward to seeing you at NASA soon. We need you at Mission Control. So who's the pilots and who's the Mission Control for? Who's pilots?
I'm a pilot.
Oh, you're a pilot. All right. And who's Mission Control? Flight 1. Who's Flight 1? Flight 2? All of that?
Oh, I'm
Yeah. All right, good. Hey, good luck. Good luck. Good luck.